Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Castlevania 3. I hope I haven't accidentally said Let's Play Final Fantasy 12, because I'm so used to that. But, so this would be the ship level. Not really one of my favorite levels. It's kind of tricky. There was a part that I actually thought was in this level that's not, and that's coming up later. But thank goodness it wasn't in this level, because I'm not good at it at all. It involves those rotating platforms that you gotta jump like from one to the next one. Throughout this level, you'll also notice that they keep on throwing hints that you should have taken Grant with you instead of Sypha, because there's all kinds of stuff in here that you can't get without Grant, so... But I don't regret my decision. Coming up here, there's a fire spell, and if you can, excuse me, try to switch your character right here, try to get on this platform, switch to Sypha and grab the spell and switch back. That's what I like to do anyway. Because you don't want to take Sypha around this level for too long, because she takes too much damage. You'll save her for the bosses when you really need her. Otherwise, oh, there you go. See, that would have been 4 life bars if I'd been using Sypha. So, good thing I switched back. A few little red skeletons here, and of course a pork chop to replenish the lost life. Of course, we're just going to lose it again. I thought using the clock would have gotten him out of my, what do you call it, my hit detection, but nope. Yeah, there were a few close calls here, I tell ya. That one just now, almost get knocked into the pit by that little flying thing. Little ghosty poo. Uh-huh. Another level with particularly cool music. The music starts to get really, I guess you'd say, ambitious towards the end of the game. You'll see a lot of the music in, like, level 17, I believe it is. I think it's, for some reason, I think of 17 when I think of that level. I don't know if it's, like, the 17th possible level, because, you know, it's definitely not the 17th one you go through on any path. But, man, my throat's giving me a tough time. If you actually switch to another character, those elevators will change colors to whatever other character you're using. So if you use Sypha, they turn a light shade of blue. Pretty cool. I guess I could have at least shown that to you, but oh well. I'm lazy, so sue me. So here's our first boss. There's actually 2 bosses in this level. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either run up with Sypha and hit her repeatedly with the fire spell, which will take her down in 5 hits, but chances are you'll take a hit in the process, so it may not be worth it. If she shoots a snake at you, just duck to avoid it, and that, well, you pretty much can't avoid that unless you jump all the way up to the top platform, which, you know, by the time you see it coming, you really don't have time to do that, especially if you're in the middle of an animation, like throwing a dagger. So, either way, you're probably going to take a hit, so you might as well use Trevor and stick with the daggers. If you have daggers, otherwise you just whip like crazy. Well, no matter what happens, though, you will have a pork chop up here to give you back your life, so it's good news all around. Really isn't that much to say. I noticed in my first 2 installments of this, that I kept talking about things that were going to happen later in the video, and I know I don't need to do that so much. So I'm going to try to cut back on that a little bit. This is the part I was thinking of that was really hard, but it's not in this level. It's another part that's kind of like this, but these things are tricky, you gotta be careful. If you can get just to the point, just before the middle and stop, wait for it to rotate all the way until the right side is all the way up, then you can use that as leverage to get to your next platform. This room can be a little tricky, too. What I like to do is just run straight across as fast as I can. Usually you won't take a hit if you do that. And you can go for the stairs if you want, or you can try to fight him, but either way, you're probably going to take a hit there. It's not a whole heck of a lot you can do about it. But, hey, whatever. This is also a tricky spot if you forget about that guy down there. This is another part where Grant proves to be useful, because if you keep going right here, you can take a shortcut and just go straight to the boss's chamber. But no, you can't do that now, so you'll get an axe and a double shot here, which will help. I don't really know. The axe is not really that useful in this boss fight, though, from what I've seen. But, you know, you'll start to see a lot of fights like this, where this little ghost thing with the face will come in and possess a coffin. Something will come out of it, and you gotta fight it. Later, there's a boss fight where there's 3 coffins, so you have to fight 3 monsters. I remember when I was a kid, I got so excited when I used to play Castlevania 1. First time I ever beat the mummies at the end of level 3 in Castlevania 1. I was so excited about it, I went and told my friend at school, like, hey, I beat the mummies, and he didn't care. I was like, well, dude, the mummies, we had a tough time with those, remember? But, story of my life, I guess, but let's not take that road. I did a better job here of actually getting this hammer trick down that I was trying to talk about in the previous level, so you'll get to see what I mean. And I'm using the fire spell on top of it, which makes it doubly effective. Right here, just watch what I do here. Boom, just like that. Forward, back, jump, shoot, forward, back, jump, shoot, forward, back, jump, shoot. Piece of cake, really. If I hadn't missed that time, I would have had a little flawless victory there, sort of. But, yeah, this isn't Mortal Kombat, so much for that. And I wish I could have put these 2 levels together, but the video came out to 11 minutes, so we're gonna have to split it here somewhere. So, I guess I'll be back.